Alright, in this video, we're going to talk about some tips and tricks on using the Apple iPhone. And I've got a professional that's going to give us some tips and tricks. As y'all know, I use a lot to make videos. I'm making the one right here. This is my wife's Apple iPhone right here. But I do use it a lot to take pictures to put in my videos and use it to actually do the videos like I'm doing right here. I know a lot of y'all use the phone. You walk around with it all day long taking pictures and all. And there's a lot of things this thing can do that you don't realize. So I got a guy right now, this guy right here, you see him? His name is Kevin Colby. He's a professional. He's worked with Fox, NBC, CBS on some shows and stuff, and he is a professional. So, Kevin, I appreciate you coming on board to help teach some of my subscribers how to use a few little simple tips and tricks on the iPhone.
Hey there guys, Kevin Colby here, and I'm really excited to be sharing some tips that I use all the time with my iPhone. I appreciate Gigmaster asking, so let's get into it. Okay, the very first thing you should do before you ever even turn your camera on is clean the lens on the back. And you've got 3 lenses. I just use a cloth. You could use a t-shirt. Make sure all 3 are clean, and that way you've got a really nice look for your videos. Okay, before I actually show you some tips with the camera, let's go and make sure we have some settings changed. So let's go to settings, and you want to scroll all the way down until you see camera. And the first one we want to look at is formats. And what I do is I keep mine on most compatible. And what this does, as it says, it reduces the file size of the video, and also it makes your photos more compatible to however you use them. So change that to most compatible. Next thing we want to look at is your resolution and your frame rate. Now, a lot of times I shoot mine in 24 frames, which only is available at 4K. So right now I have mine at 4K 30 frames. What I would recommend, because 4K will make your video files much, much bigger, I would recommend shooting maybe at 1080p HD at 30 frames. I wish they had it at 24, but they don't. You don't really need the higher frames unless you're doing a lot of slow-mo, but you could set it to 24 frames 4K, but for now I'm just leaving it at 30 frames. The other thing I want to do is show you preserve settings. And what this does is the very first one there, camera mode, if you have that turned on, your camera will always remember the last mode it was in. So if you want to stay on video, then turn that on and it will always be video. This is a great one to have. Okay, for this next part, I'm going to have my good friend Batman join us as the subject of this. So one of the things that I do a lot is I make sure that I shoot in landscape mode. Like I just turned it to video right there. And I shoot in landscape 16:9 as opposed to vertical. And here's why. You can actually turn any 16:9 landscape video into vertical using software or, there's different ways to do it. But if you shoot it in vertical, it's always going to be vertical. So my recommendation is to always shoot it in horizontal 16:9. And another thing you can do is you can kind of cheat it, and this may be where the grid lines on help you, but try and keep the subject of your video in the center as much as possible. Then if you turn it into vertical, it's going to be a lot easier to convert that. Okay, this next tip is one I use a lot, and it's actually being able to take a photo while you're shooting a video. So I'm going to start the video here. Now watch this. You see the little white button up in the corner? All I'm going to do is tap it. And it doesn't look like it's doing anything, but it's actually taking photos while I'm recording video. And this is huge. So all you got to do is, if you see something you want, I realize Batman's not moving here, is just hit the white button and you've got photos and video. Okay, some other tricks for you. So right now I'm in photo mode. See the little arrow right there at the top? If you tap it, so you get all these other options. And one I use a lot is the timer. So when you click on that, it looks kind of like a little clock. Right now the timer's set to off, but let's say I set it to 3 seconds. And then I hit photo. Notice it's counting down. You see the number. Bang, it takes it. And this is a huge option to have, especially if you're trying to time photos. 10 seconds can also, you can set it for 10 seconds as well. Okay, a couple more things I want to share with you. If you notice kind of the faded box around Batman right here, well, if you tap and hold that down, it'll flash, and that just locked in the focus and the aperture. And so that means it will not get out of focus and it will not get any darker or lighter. And check this out. So let's say you're taking a photo of something and you want to switch to video while you're in the photo. So we just took a photo, hold down the white button and slide it up. And you see what happened? It just changed the phone to video, and now it's recording video. And you could still tap on the white button. When you're done, you just tap it and it stops.
Thank you so much, Kevin. I hope you don't mind coming back on sometime and teaching some more. I actually found Kevin because I was having trouble using Final Cut Pro, which is the video program that I use to develop all my movie videos. And he helped me out, unbelievable. And he's helped me on several other things. He's got a lot of videos on how to make a YouTube channel. If any of y'all want to know how to make a YouTube channel, he's got a video on that. Best equipment to use, just reviews on several different things you can use when making videos and all. Anyways, good. I'll put a link to his channel up here and down in my video description. So go check him out. Good stuff over there, man. All right, I think that's going to conclude this video. I appreciate everybody coming along. Don't forget, click like, comment below, share, subscribe to the Gigmaster, and we'll see you on the next adventure.